Hey kids, are you still looking for Townes Van Zant? I sure am. As soon as I finish this lesson, I'm going to go back to YouTube and watch the craziest Townes Van Zant story ever, which was featured when I went looking for this song. Still Looking For You, Townes Van Zant. Hot dog. Alright, it's great. Townes has a cool strumming style. We're going to check it out. First, let's discuss the very difficult chords and probably unfamiliar in the key of C for everybody. So, watch out now. We're going to play some C chords. For strumming, I really like the 4-finger C. I'm a big fan. That way you don't get any of this business with the third in the bass of your C chord. Not a fan of that. But I did notice on a YouTube video that Townes actually plays it this way with 3 fingers. But I also noticed the thumb muting this low E string. Highly recommended. So, all we got to know today is C, F, and G. That's it. C, F, and G. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, F. You could do it as a bar. Barring your first finger at the first fret, second finger, third finger, fourth finger. But more than likely, we're going to do the thumb over instead of the bar. So it's like you take your E major shape, move it up 1 fret, and then use your first finger on the first and second strings, and probably your thumb on the low E string. And your G, you could play this way, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, or possibly this way. Okay, so let me just play the song and call out the chords a little bit. And then, actually, I'm just going to start with Townes' sort of basic strum pattern here, which is. Except I'm going to tune my low E string first, I think. Was in drop D earlier, so some mischief happened apparently. Okay. Still not happy with that. Something's going on. Okay, sorry about that, folks. So, let me just break down this strumming pattern and then get into the form of the tune a little bit. This strumming pattern is kind of like a mashup between bass strumming and just regular old strumming. So if you were going to bass strum on a C chord, I'm just going to hold the C chord and then bring you right into the right hand so we can see what's happening. Oh, there it is. Hi. Okay, can we see that? Let's get that in focus, camera. Come on. Come on, camera 1. Right here. That's it. Bring the action right here. Ah, there it is. Okay. So if I was going to bass drum that, I would probably play the 5th string and then the 6th string. And then if you were hanging out with Townes a little bit, say, and maybe, lost a little motor control, you might actually, instead of being really accurate with the string, playing bass string, you might just start kind of strumming low and highs. And that's basically what you hear on the YouTube version where Townes is, where he does a little medley with Dead Flowers, and probably on a bunch of other versions too. But this is my limited research today. And so if you just start from that bass strumming, you'll get a good sense of what the mechanics of it is. Mechanics of it are, of this, oh, I don't know, I'm lost. Of these mechanics. You'll get a good sense of these mechanics. How about that? As if anybody can make a sense of a mechanic. But anyway, says the guy who just got his car back from the shop. All right, moving swiftly on. So that's just your basic garden variety bass drumming. Root, fifth, root. And then if you add the and of 1 and the and of 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and. So if you put that up strum right after the bass note, get a little bit, actually not after the end, not after 1. 1, 2, and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, and 3 and that's kind of the neat thing, is that on 3 when you go 3 and 4 and 3 and 4 and, if I come in, can I get even closer? Maybe. Is that I play beat 3, a little down strum on the bass strings, and then the and of 3 up on the middle strings, and then down on the higher strings, maybe the top 4 string, something, and then up on the top 4 string. So you get this low, middle, high, high. So it's a little bit of churning the butter. Okay. And that is, in essence, that's the nut of what's going on that creates the texture that Townes is playing on that YouTube video. And where he does the medley with Dead Flowers. And the other thing that I hear him doing a lot is that is he'll anticipate the change to the next chord. So he'll play the chord change on the upbeat right before the beat of the chord change. So if you hear this song as let's say like 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. He'll actually switch to F kind of, let's see if it's early or late actually. Oh, it's late. Of course it is. So it's sort of like on the and of 3. Watch this. I'm going to go 1, 2, and I guess it's not actually. Boy, I'm learning a lot about Townes Van Zant today. It just sounds that way because of the strumming pattern. Because I go 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. Let me show you what's happening. I'm going to go from C to F here, and I'm going to go 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. So you kind of hear the change. It actually happens on beat 3, but you hear it, that accent on the upbeat with the higher string. G, F, C. So the A section of the tune is just C, F, C, F, C, C, G, F, C. That's the whole verse. Do that twice, that's every verse. Then the bridge is 6 measures of F, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 measures of C, 2 measures of G, 2 measures of F, and just for good measure, C, 2 beats, F, and those last 2 bars are 2 beats of C, 2 beats of F, and 2 beats of C. So you have a B section, or a bridge, chorus I guess it is in this case, which is, how many bars is that? 14 bar chorus. Sure, of course. So we got an 8-bar verse and a 14-bar chorus. I did write out the chord changes for my good friend Steve, who is sponsoring this YouTube lesson today. So if you want the chord changes, ask Steve. Okay, just remember, if you're in tune and you're on time, you're okay. So, don't do what Townes did, except for the writing of the great music. Do that. All right. See you next time.